I'm tired, boss. I can't believe we have 3 more years of this. I am so mad at you people for doing this to me. I'm so mad at them for doing it to us. The entire planet has to deal with this idiot stupidity. It's not even been a full year yet. I'd upvote this 100 million times. The optimism of you Americans is grain. At this point, I was assuming you guys were going to have elections in the same way Russia has elections. But you think you're done in 3 years? That's awesome. Good luck to ya. See, I'm excited for elections, but then I also think to myself, do these fascists really want to be held accountable by the next admin? I don't think they do. Why do headlines say, norms shattered? What it meant is laws broken or constitution violated. Because, you know, our billionaire donors and benefactors don't like it when we actually point out what's being done is, like, illegal or anything. Because that would hurt their takeover of the government. MAGA is 1. Centralized power in a ruling elite. 2. Emphasis on national and ethnic superiority. 3. Propaganda and repression of dissent. And 4. Militarism and control. I really wonder what that is. Oh yeah, you know, fascism. Like, totally not fascism, guys, and if you say so, you're fear-mongering, or whatever bullshit the moderates were spouting in election season. Ding-dongs in the White House. If you don't want us to call you a fascist, then stop doing fascist things. I mean, hey, if it walks like a fascist, talks like a fascist, acts like a fascist, is it really not a fascist? Donald Trump and Mike Johnson are gonna shut down the United States government so they don't have to release the Epstein files. These guys really will do anything except release the Epstein files, won't they? The Epstein distractions are like a box of chocolates, you never know what's coming next. Shutting our government down, hurting Americans to protect pedophiles. Well, hey, at least we know what the GOP stands for now. How this isn't the biggest scandal in American history is beyond me. It's not the question whether this is the biggest scandal in American history or not. This is quite obvious. Yeah, it's definitely not the biggest scandal in American history. You know, the actions of like the past 7 or 8 months. Not a scandal at all, guys. Trust me. The question is why nobody is standing up against this. There are a lot of people who swore an oath on the Constitution. Where are they? Out there doing a pedophile's work? Well, long story short, pretty much. They'd rather protect a pedophile than possibly jeopardize their income by standing up to them. All these laws are really fragile when everyone's either wanting them to be broken or is complacent in it. So all I gotta say is, if or when there's gonna be elections, vote for the right fucking people. Getting rich by protecting the billionaires. This is why term limits should exist. You serve your country for 4 to 8 years, and then you move on. No term limits means people can make money making deals. Mr. President, read the Constitution. Well, I think he has, and he's just kind of like doing everything that's the opposite of what's in it. That's just my hunch. The function of the US military is to protect us from foreign enemies, not Portland, Oregon. In this country, we have local and state police for law enforcement, not federal troops. Stop deploying the US Army against Americans. Why the fuck is he able to do this in the first place? What is the point of the Constitution if it's unenforceable? Because our other 2 branches of government have failed to do their jobs. Not only that, all the people that are still willingly going ahead with these orders. I'm sorry, just following orders isn't a valid excuse. This administration has been eye-opening to how toothless our Constitution really is. It only operates properly as long as everyone involved is actually participating in good faith. which makes it very apparent why it's so dangerous to have a party dedicated to being bad faith. But in the cult's mind, they're just being like patriotic or something by destroying the basic tenets of what the country stood upon, but apparently that's patriotic to the cult. Remember, Stephen Miller does not play with dolls. Stephen Miller is a fascist. Hello, Truth Department. I got one big fat truth here. Why do you think they posted this? It's because you're a fascist. I swear I saw like a couple of days ago an interview when he was like really young saying he was pro-torture. Right. Definitely a good person to have in government. It's crazy that they sometimes acknowledge Newsom's tweets, lol. They think they can make him look bad, or that he's being whatever suits their narrative, but it just makes him look like idiots. Simple. They're idiots. There's two types of MAGA. Idiots or malicious idiots. Either way, it comes full circle. That's why Trump doesn't respond. He knows the game and plays it better than most. I mean, he still responded a little bit. Miller is just an angry little sport boy that no one ever told to shut up and can't help himself. He thinks it's super cool. Yeah guys, owning the libs by self-reporting that you're a fucking fascist. Whoa, I wish I was them. Trump does respond, but whoever's running his social media for the hour may not. Does anyone know if anyone on Trump's like social media team has got fired because they don't tweet like an angry screaming little sport toddler? I really wouldn't be surprised. Hey chat, if you guys want to see more of this gay guy reading stuff, you should totally support the channel by liking, subscribing and sharing, cause it helps a lot. Anyways, thanks for watching, and back to the video. President Poopy Diaper. When 97% of the stories are bad about a person, that's no longer free speech. Isn't this coming from the same guy that was like, that it's been made like just publicly known at this point? He was trying to use the government to get Jimmy Kimmel off of air, and it worked for all of about a week and backfired immensely. He is so qualified to talk about free speech because he's for everything but free speech. Hear me out on this. Maybe he's just a bad person. How dare you! The propaganda and the signs and Fox News tell me that he's like Jesus Christ incarnate. He's never done a bad thing ever in his life. And how dare you say that about dear Supreme Leader like that? You're just one of those woke left, or insert buzzword, whatever the Republicans are saying this week. Well, maybe when everyone calls you the problem, you're the problem? See, that's cool and all, but like, that'd be the case if we were dealing with someone that has a concept of something called accountability. Yeah, Trump doesn't. Aw, give him a break. He already had a rough time since he wasn't invited to the Authoritarian big boy meet and greet. That shit really hurt his ego. It's hilarious. Well, if he wants to go to the big Authoritarian big boy parade next year, he's gotta be more authoritarian. And that's what he's fucking doing. Checks and balances, anyone remember that fun thing? Me neither. No new wars. They didn't say anything about civil wars though, or striking other countries. Wars is whatever they say wars is. Ah, right. At the request of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, I am directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and many of our Gestapo facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. See how they designated Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization? So they can now say anyone protesting them are domestic terrorists? Crazy that. I'm also authorizing full force if necessary. Thank you for your attention to this matter. The fuck is full force? Is that what I think it is? Rolling into an American city full of American citizens and authorizing Shooting people? Killing people? Is that what full force is? Am I thinking this right? I'm not a military expert by any lengths, but full force sounds a lot like, yeah. So, what are the people saying that this guy isn't a fascist thinking right now? I'd love to know. Oh, so preemptive strikes on Venezuela are not a new war? And also the ones on, Iran. Yeah, they're definitely not wars, guys. Or incite conflict and tension. Whoa. It's a special military operation. Netanyahu. I need 6 billion more. Approved. Argentina. We need $20 billion. Approved. Elmo Musk. SpaceX needs $5.9 billion. Approved. And, doesn't take care of his employees, Bezos. Amazon needs $16 billion. Approved. But the average Joe? Ew. My wife got cancer, I lost my job. Can we get Medicaid? Denied. Trump and all that are actually socialists, but socialists for the rich people, at the cost of everyone else. See, all the money can be distributed generously and massively, but only if you're a billionaire. They're just socialists for the rich. Handouts, grants, loans, benefits, all of that stuff they get, but are you expecting the average person to get it? Not happening. We're much easier to control when we're dumb and deeply in debt. That's why public ed is gutted and college is insanely expensive. A well-informed critical thinker will want a revolution. If you're working 3 jobs to pay off loans, you won't even be at the protest. Hi, is this war-ravaged Portland? I forget. Yeah guys, this is all the woke mob, just ignore the Trump flags. They're invading Portland. We gotta get the fascists in. So, this is the group telling you not to take Tylenol. Ketamine, Adderall, cocaine, heroin. See, but you know what's the deadliest drug of them all, out of all of those? Vitamin shots and vaccines. Ooh, so scary. Just in, Epstein invested over $40 million into a firm backed by Peter Thiel. Oh yeah, the Antichrist, keynote guy. Thiel went on to become the founder of Palantir, the company the US government just hired to compile an AI-driven, centralized database of every American citizen. Nothing to see here. Whoa, an AI-driven centralized database of every citizen? Not watchdogs or anything, guys, trust me. Whoa, crazy. The left does have a sense of humor? Yeah guys, I'm really funny as a leftist and a gay guy reading stuff. Yeah, like me, I'm so funny. I'm hilarious, definitely. But I think I'm the exception, not the rule. We're deporting you back to Turkey. I was born in New Jersey. Yeah, Loony Loomer again. Honestly, we've not had her in a while. Damn, have we not missed their, mind-numbing stupidity? The left has no sense of humor. I just ate dog food. Oh, wow. It's human grade. Still, why would you want to eat dog food? Oh, MAGA, lives, breathes, and dies, icky. Forgot that, sorry. Which means you and your dog can share a tasty, nutrient-dense treat together. I think I'll just stick with my Greg's sausage rolls and steak bakes, thanks. Order yours today, positive.com/loomer. So, I set up a fake dog food company last month, bought Purina at the pet store, and paid Laura Loomer $100 for this post. $100 to get Loony Loomer to eat dog food? Jesus Christ, why did you spend so much? She probably would have done it for £5. Grifters gotta grift, guys, and they're bars at the Mariana Trench. $100? That's all it took? In my opinion, that's too much. She would have done that for so much less. The grifters would push their own mothers off of a bridge if it meant they could pick up a quarter someone dropped 3 seconds faster. Make crime illegal again. How about you put felons in jail again? Release the Epstein files. What Trump actually means by that is, make crime that I don't like illegal again, but like, make crime that I do legal again. Like, come on, it's fine to be a hypocrite if he's the one being a hypocrite.